looking for a controller. I'm using my damn mouse. What? You made a video on it? I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we went on and stuff. I can't watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
Hey man, I guess it's been a year. That's kind of weird. Just trying to think of what I was going to say. I was trying to think about whether this year was as involved as last year. And yeah, I was having trouble thinking about it because I did a lot this year, definitely. But I can't say I did as much. I don't think I'll ever say I did as much in a year as we did together. So I don't know if that's a good metric of comparison. That's not why I'm here. You know. For some reason, in my head, always when I think of Unisons is like the cup stacking. I think of like you cryptid style, like with the cups. That was yeah, it was good. I miss it. Yeah, I miss it a lot. Uh, yeah, I just miss it. I think it was just about the coolest thing I've ever done. And just hearing how people say how meaningful Unisonus was to them when they saw it, and when they saw it get deleted, and how that like impacted them. I've had so many people talk to me about it and just say what a like inspiration it was, and and all that is true. It's all is true. I think that's like what we wanted to say, and we did say it, and we said it well. But also, I just making the videos. I've done like a TV show this year, and I did space, and it was great, and it was hard, and it was hard work, but also, it wasn't like Renaissance. Anyway, I'm not here to get mopey. Not here to get mopey. I'm here to just like, tell you I miss it, but I'm doing good, I learned a lot, both during and after it. I learned a lot, and I think it took a year of, reflecting to get to the point where I really appreciated every part of it. Yeah. Anyway. I miss it. I miss you. I'll never forget, and I'm gonna be coming back every year, so just don't think I'll ever have forgotten. Okay. All right.
Is that the clock? Seeing that channel brings so many smiles to everybody's face, and them just being there for the entirety of COVID when it was resurfacing. It meant the absolute world to everybody that was watching, including me and my girlfriend. We would watch that every day when I got home from work, and we loved it. And we brought us together, and then it was the biggest distraction we had from the outside world being so scary. It's seeing how both Ethan and Mark went on their separate ways and grew after that experience. And they just took everything they did and that drive that they had to do it every day to upload. That's what kind of drove me a little bit more to try to do what I'm doing now. You can say that's cliche or whatever, but it really was, if you think about it, they went off to their own projects and they're doing things on their own time. And they just had that stepping stone to try to branch out and do more and make them create more stuff for everybody that they had people watching for. And I commend them for doing that. They stuck to it until the end. That channel was like the greatest gift that we've gotten. And I'm so glad that I was a part of it. Not really a part of it, but there to see and witness it. And I didn't miss out. Everybody grew stronger somehow. I wasn't trying to get mopey. But I'm really glad that I was able to see that. Because 2020 was hard. It was hard for everybody. And I just want to say thank you. We don't give YouTubers enough credit for the videos that they put out. How much hard work it goes through it. And how much dedication they have to do to put it out. And Ethan and Mark did it every single day for an entire year. Just to make sure that uploads got through. You take that into account that they're human too. They're not there are machines for our enjoyment, but they make sure damn well that they try to do it the best way they can. I didn't want to do all that. I really didn't. I'm guessing this is Ethan's, isn't it? It is. I watched that one too.
It's been a year now since we ended Unisonis, which is weird because it doesn't feel like that long, but if I'm honest, it doesn't really feel like it even happened at all in a way, you know? It was just so different than anything that I had been a part of. And looking back on that year, it's weird that we even did it at all, I think. Because when people ask me about it, and when people ask how I did that, how we did that, I don't even really know how to answer because I've never been a part of something like that before. And I don't think I'll ever be a part of something like that again. I don't know how we did it because looking back, it doesn't seem like we should have been able to, you know, make the videos that we made in the time that we made them. I don't know how we had time to do anything else. I mean, we didn't really have time to do anything else. But I think when I think about that year, the thing that I think about the most, I think, is just being together. Because over this past year, a lot has happened, and I'm working on something that I've never done anything like this before. But the difference between what I'm doing and Unisonis is that this time I'm alone. And not getting to share that, it's affected me a lot more than I thought it would. And I'm proud of what I'm doing now, but not being able to share that is, I didn't think that that's something that I would miss as much as I do. And looking back at all we did, and like we said from the beginning, the videos themselves were videos, you know, like it was special because it was all going away. And it was special for the audience because they got to watch it in real time. They got to watch the beginning, the middle, all through the end, and they got to watch it die. But the thing that they didn't get to experience was everything in between. You know, they saw the videos that we made, but they didn't see everything that we did. They didn't see the late nights of staying up editing. They didn't see us waiting up until midnight on the 15th to release the channel. They didn't get to see how it impacted all of us. And they didn't get to see a really special side of what we did. And I'm really glad in a way that they didn't get to see that, because people can always try and pretend like they know what it was like to make Unisonis, but I don't think that anybody will ever know what it was actually like, because what we made was really special. And I don't think that anybody will ever be able to do that again, and I don't think that I'll ever be able to do that again. And part of that is horrifying, knowing that Unisonis might just be the best thing that I've ever made and the best thing that I've ever been a part of. But I think with the end of the stream and the end of the channel and going through this whole year, I've realized that I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with it being the best thing that I've ever made. And I'm really proud that it's the best thing that I've ever made. And I won't ever forget it. So, thank you for being the best thing that I've been a part of. And just know that even though you're never coming back, and even though you're only gonna live on in the memories and everything like that, just know that you're definitely the favorite thing that I've ever been a part of. I wouldn't have wanted to do it with anybody else. So I'll see you next year. You're not going anywhere. But I'm doing good. I miss you. I'll see you next year.
And that's the reason. That's the reason why I treasure memories so much. It might have say he thinks it's the best thing he's ever done, but I think it's just a stepping stone for more greater things that he has to come in the future. It's the same thing with Markiplier. Is he had that drive to keep doing it. They both had something special that they've done. But I know, like you said, no one's been in between, but that's the beauty of it. Leave that to your own imagination of what happened in between. You know, nothing can get rid of the magic or know the magic as of being together with somebody or creating something and putting it together and knowing that you guys have something together as a channel is something that you guys are proud of on a project that would never be taken away from you. And that's probably was the whole thing about Unisana that I love so much. It showed about being together, having a project, doing things to the fullest because you only have a certain amount of time in the life. It was a channel that made you appreciate life a little bit more each day. And it helped. It helped a lot. Like you said, it was just driving them insane, I felt like. They loved probably doing it, but the drive and the keep up at it and just to keep it going every day for a whole year. That's more people than thinking about, more effort that people are giving them credit for. So I started following Ethan like I want to say a little bit before, or I want to say or a little bit after when I started, and I started watching some of his older stuff, and thought it was pretty cool that I was starting to get to know who he was a little bit more because I already knew who Markiplier was. I never really followed him until like a couple of his cooking shows with him just being him. I didn't watch him for his horror stuff. And I saw Ethan was like doing the same thing where he's making videos about him just hanging out. I think the first video I saw was him like eating was like doing different wheels of pain for hot sauce. And after that I started watching every stuff every now and then, like Mario Kart 8, stuff like that, and some of his games that he was playing. I don't know. I'm a weird. I like of the more mentality of them being themselves than rather than playing games or the reacting to trying to laugh stuff. That's like I like that. But there's some of the games I do watch them play, but like most of the time I really enjoy them just kind of just hanging out, kind of them being them in their own environment because you get to see how they really are instead of them, being whoever they are, the YouTuber. And I think that's kind of cool. That kind of like felt like it was not kind of like they were still like doing their YouTube thing, but they were still being themselves, talking to each other, and then like trying to do everything they can for the video for entertainment. And then it just worked. I didn't think that was going to break me so hard. I apologize for you seeing Sad Green Knight tonight, but I think they were not really sad. it was mostly happy tears because I just got to experience that, and I would have seen that if I never even watched Unisonus or seen what that was about. I would have had no idea what was going on there, and I'm glad I watched that. I'm glad I've seen it now. But hopefully, I don't get in trouble because I wanted to show that and hopefully promote both their channels at the same time. I don't care what happens to me, but if somebody can know what the joy is of knowing what that was about, or they do know, and we can come together again and reminisce of what we used to be, what was there for. Because I love to share things that makes me feel better about myself or makes me feel happy with everyone else. And that's mostly another part of what I'm doing is because I'll be streaming and stuff. I just want to do the same thing. Is hopefully I can do that for other people as well. That was my whole goal of trying to stream. I want to make the smallest difference possible I can in the world. Now my secret's out. I don't care about anything else. I don't care about if I'm famous or whatever I'm gonna make it. I want people to just enjoy themselves and enjoy life a little bit more. That's what I ever want. And seeing them do that gives me the courage to try to do this. If I can be able to one day start doing charity streams and giving back to the community because in the world we need it the most. We need everything we can to try to come together and try to care for ourselves.